Welcome back to the Lone Ranger Radio Show. Bruce Woodburn CrossCountry Mortgage. I am the Lone Ranger. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope that you're having good weather. I got a little bit of rain, and I bet you do too. But either way, it's time to get down to business, friends, and talk about important things that are going on. So we've already covered interest rates. Okay. Interest rates have gotten worse since the Fed have made their Fed cuts. They're running in the low sevens right now, still lower than the national average over the last 30 years, about 7.5%. So they're running a little bit better than that. So who's buying right now? Who's not afraid to get in this market? I'm going to tell you who. There's two sectors of the market that are buying right now. Investors are buying because they see a buying opportunity. And I'm seeing a lot of people refinance for debt consolidation right now. Your first-time home buyers, they don't see the big picture. Most of them don't see the big picture. They're operating out of fear. They don't like the interest rates. They don't like the payments, so they don't buy. They sit and they live in mom and dad's spare room, or they're renting an apartment somewhere, throwing their money in the garbage. Okay. There's no such thing as a rich renter. If you're renting right now, you need to change that, and you need to change it now. And if you don't think you qualify, I want you to apply for a mortgage with me right now, because if you don't qualify, that's fine. Let the boss, let me, the Lone Ranger, show you how to get qualified. So we'll fix it. We'll come up with a game plan. We'll show you how to get your credit fixed. We'll show you how to get your debt paid down. We'll show you how to come up with down payment, maybe down payment assistance money. But you have to have a game plan. You have to take action. You've got to take action, my friend. So I will help you, the first-time home buyer. And I want to get into some amazing, absolutely amazing products that we've got to help you. But before we do that, I want to give a shout out to my friends at Age Rejuvenation. So listen, folks, I'm going to get vulnerable with you right now. Okay. Now I'm a 6'4" man that is, I'm a guy. Okay. We don't get vulnerable very easy, but I'm going to get vulnerable. Okay. So I was struggling to lose weight. I'd been on 75 hard and worked out every day of the week for 75 days, no alcohol, a gallon of water a day. I did that and I lost some weight, but it wasn't sustainable. And I gained the weight back. And I tried other diets, and I've tried every diet. These guys, I'm telling you, you can find anywhere that you can go on the GLPs, the semaglutides, and the tirzepatides. Everybody's got it right now, but they're not all the same. Even the big commercial for Ozempic only says you're going to lose 25 to 40 pounds. I've lost 76 pounds, 76 pounds. Now, I have not set foot in a gym, not one bit, and I feel great. I also went on testosterone therapy because I'm 65 years old. My testosterone was low. Now I'm chasing my wife around like a wild rabbit. So she's happy with it. I'm happy with it. I feel great. I got more energy than I've had in years. If your husband isn't performing or doesn't have the desire, or you don't, you need to call my friends at Age Rejuvenation. Now you just call me. I'll connect you, because I'm going to connect you with all the discounts. You want to lose weight? They put me on a blend of the semaglutide and the Manjaro tirzepatide. So I went on a series of things, and it just started literally falling off. You want results? Then get results. Call me, 407-706-3313 or 813-213-4009, or call or text those numbers. Okay. And I'll connect you with my friends. They got locations all over Tampa, Orlando, Winter Garden, and they can do Zoom meetings. You get your medication by mail, but you get a real doctor and a real PA that will go over, and they will do an extensive blood panel. And I'm telling you, they'll dial it in and dial it in. So I vouch for these people. I've tried other ones. This one worked the best. You want the best? Go to the best. Let's get you started. I'll get you some huge discounts. All right. I want to talk to you about some loan programs that are pretty phenomenal. Okay. So everybody knows FHA is a 3.5% down government-insured program. It allows for flexible credit. It allows for higher debt ratios. So it's the most flexible program, but it requires 3.5% down. So if you're buying a home, say at $350,000, then you're going to need $12,250 for your down payment alone. And then you're going to need another probably $6 to $8,000 between your closing costs and your escrows. So add another, let's just call it $8,000. So you need $20,000. Okay. Now, what if I could get you the 3.5% down payment as a second mortgage and you don't have to come up with it? You just pay the second mortgage back. So it's a combo loan, the old combo loan. So I'll do 96.5% on the first mortgage, 3.5% on the second mortgage. Okay. So second mortgage comes with a little bit higher interest rate than the first mortgage, and it's over a 10-year period of time. This program is getting more people that are struggling to come up with their down payment without having to have a down payment assistance program where they have to pay the money back or they can't refinance without paying it back. Folks, you have to realize there's no such thing as a free lunch. If you want down payment assistance money, most of the time that money has to be repaid if you sell, rent, or refinance. So I had a client call me. I could have got him $10,000 in down payment assistance. They opted not to do that. They found another way to do it because they knew if their interest rate was 7.25% right now, if it dropped to 5.5%, they want to refinance. But if you had to refinance then you got to come up with the money to pay the $10,000 back. Well, who's got $10,000 to refinance? Not many people. So you have to understand the big picture. So down payment assistance isn't all what you think it is. However, if you struggle and you have no means of coming up with the money, let's investigate and overturn every rock everywhere to make sure that we come up with the right program for you. 407-706-3313, 813-213-4009 for my Tampa Bay friends, or webringyouhome.com. Get started with the application right now. So another thing that FHA has done is they're now allowing us to use border income. So FHA did not allow you to use border income. So let's just say you rent a home right now and you got two roommates. Okay. I want you to collect the rent from the two roommates and pay the landlord yourself, because then I can show that you've been accustomed to receiving this over a 12-month period of time. So I want you to do that. You have questions about it, you let me know. But that's a new guideline that FHA just came up with. So it really is dynamic and help a lot of people qualify. My son did that on a conventional loan, but on conventional loans, it's only available on a product called Home Possible. It's not available on your typical conventional programs. So that's what he did. And he had to use border income and he just squeaked by to qualify. I mean, squeaked by. And he needed that border income to make it work. But now the guy's got $180,000 in equity, a 26-year-old kid. Come on, let me help your kids. Let me help your kids, you guys. Stop it. Listen, you're going to die one day and you're going to leave your kids money. And you know what they're going to do with it? They're going to buy a Boston Whaler and a Harley Davidson. That's what they're going to do. I see it every day. Every day. And then they're going to crash the Harley and sink the Boston Whaler. And then they got pissed to show for it. Here's what you can do. While you're alive, give them their inheritance while you're alive, but make it go toward a house. My inheritance that I'm going to leave to my kids have to go to real estate. You can't take it in cash. Why? Because I want them to retire rich. And if they buy real estate, they'll retire rich. If they buy a Boston Whaler, they'll retire with nothing. Come on, you guys, grandchildren, children, help them while you're alive. Watch them grow, fix their financial situation. Once they own a home, they won't rent again. And they can't just go refinance it. If you're worried about them refinancing and pulling the equity out and then not making a payment, here's what I do. I'll put you on the deed with them. That way they can't do anything. They can't refinance it. They can't get an equity line and pull the money out and screw themselves around. So we'll set the ground rules and I'll show you how to do it. But listen, help a family member. If you got the money and you're going to leave it, I'm going to tell you, you leaving people money that aren't used to having money is never a smart thing. Matter of fact, if you want to destroy your family fabric, die, and don't have a goodwill and trust in place. Siblings lose their freaking, they lose it. They lose it, and it destroys families. Don't get yourself caught up in that. Call my friend Tom Olson if you want. He doesn't pay me to do that, but call Tom Olson. He'll create your will and trust for you. He'll create your ladybird deeds. So do that. If not, hire your own attorney and have them do it. But you want to make sure you got a good will and trust in place. Most people, they don't realize death is on their door, and that something bad happens, and then, you know what? It just destroys everything. It's terrible. Don't do that. All right. Next in line, I want to talk about a variety of different products that I've got. But before I do that, if you are interested in buying a home in either Claremont, Mineola, Leesburg, Groveland, St. Cloud, Trinity Family Builders, one of my all-time favorite builders. You get all your closing costs paid when you come to me, up to the loan up to the loan limits. All your closing costs paid. You get a great house, and I'm going to tell you, best production builder in town.